Welcome, y'all. This is going to be a channeled message for the collective in connection with Mama Universe. Don't forget to like the video upon entering. Wash your hands. Welcome, love. And this is going to be an interesting message. Interesting. And I'm using the word interesting because it is to get you to the commitment of your higher self. Okay? So, message from Mama Universe regarding power. First and foremost, what is power? Power is energy divided by time. You already can see where we're going with this message, right? Because in the spiritual realm, time is an illusion. As I was channeling this message throughout the day, I was obviously, like always, paying attention to the signs of synchronicities. And the thought that came across my mind was, you can't buy power. And that was exactly at 3:44. And the spiral showed up at the same time, singing its song, basically confirming you can't buy power. That's already invested within you. But you have been trained to think otherwise. And part of that training was believing that there's a such thing as time in this realm. Now, Ashe, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. So that's a reminder for the rest of you who tune into this message. Watch the knowing. It's free on YouTube. On top of that, when you get a moment, watch Push. That's another one. Now that one, watch Knowing first, and then watch Push. Especially if you have Pluto in the 4th house, you're going to want to watch Push. Thank you for mentioning that, because you saying that's actually having me tell you about another channeled message that I received about myself, but this could also relate to y'all. So whenever I say something about self, this is a collective energy. We're connected. We're not the same. We're connected, right? Some connect temporarily, and some, it's part of the eternal connectivity that we've always had. But in stepping back into this world, we're remembering all that we are. And it was anything that I watch, I'm mindful of what I'm watching, who I listen to, what I read, because I instantly pick up the energy, especially if you're a projector. This is for you too. It's very easy for you to soak things in and expand it. So you really got to be mindful, what it is that you're watching, right? Or anything that surrounds you. So you can't buy power. This is at 3:44, 15:44. And then as the clock is going, now remember, time is an illusion, but it's been used in its realm as a point of measurement. Hasn't always been that way, though. Hasn't always been that way. And at what I'm telling y'all now, I was also telling myself this. As I said, I was channeling this message throughout the day. I was like, yeah, because there was a moment in this realm where everything just is. It was what it was. The moon would rise, it would set, the sun would come up, it would set. Who knows? Might as well sit here and channel through that too, because the moon wasn't always here. That's another thing. I'm gonna be going from one thing to the next because I don't want to get stuck on. Because eventually you're gonna see it all, connect the dots, right? So I'm sitting here vibing, as I always do. I'm with Source all day, all night, all afternoon. This shit, what y'all see here, this don't stop when I get off of this. If anything, the way I am off of camera is actually being turned off to come on camera. So, as I'm sitting here, I look outside. It's 15:51. There's a van that passes by, Libra, big as fuck, construction. Now we know Libra to be what? Venus. Also, Libra is the justice card. Libra, justice, construction. So we know what system is under construction. Now, when you're constructing something, there's a lot of things that possibly goes through a process of being, of process of demolition, right? And you see what happened in Cali. Just look at the numbers. The one number I'm going to speak of is that 1200 that occurred. What was it, 66 volts or something like that at one time? The last time that happened was 1200 years ago. 1200. Now, Mintaka, which is 1200 light years away from the sun, is connected as far as the west energy. Your archangel on the west is Gabriel, or at least the energy on the west is the energy of judgment. We know 12 to be that of Pisces Neptune energy, the god of the sea, hidden enemies, hidden secrets, self undoing. Now, I'm going to go from that point into this next point. This earth is a feminine energy. If there is any type of alteration of the feminine cycle, there's this shift in the energy, right? I'm gonna bring you back to power in just a bit. There's a shift in the energy that's flowing through, which they call emotions, which is energy in motion within you. The only time that exists, if we're going to speak of time, is this vessel that you're in. But the same with religion, making you step outside of yourself. This is where that power is taken from you. You already have the energy in motion already within you. The time would be this, your vessel. You're the only one that's supposed to have power over your power. But age after age after age, there has been this belief that something has more power than you. And then this is what allows these systems to be created. Then, out the blue, there's this is a teenager that's walking across the street, and those onesies that are different animals and stuff like that. Your boy had on a shark onesie. It ain't cold outside, okay? Now, thank you, my boy, for coming through at 1602 with the whole shark energy. Mind you, it's a whole onesie. It's warm outside. And he had it all the way turned up, wearing it. I said, thank you for the message. Let's look at the shark in here. Let's look at the shark. Because I'm going to also look at the gematria of that while I'm here with y'all right now. Let's look at the shark. Because it's in this. And that's the water energy. It speaks of directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. Yeah, Mama Unit. And this shit is on page 111. Okay, 111, 1111, nonstop. So I know if you're connected to any of my messages, and before I continue that, here's what I'm going to let y'all know. Whoever come across this page, whoever comes across me on any platform, the moment you approach my vessel is for two reasons. Mainly two reasons. The others, if depending on these two, one is to help you along your journey to transform, to go through the transmutation process that you would have to go through your transformation, through purification of all the elements on the path of unconditional love. Two, you don't want to be part of group number two, because if you're part of group number two, you're going to come across like group number one. But I'm already knowing how your story's going to play out. You're just showing me the specific details of your tendency to be a hating ass motherfucker out here. So you have to come across me so I can see what you're doing, because I am the eyes of source. Okay? These eyes right here, and this one here, oh, they're connected. So it took me a few lessons to get to this point. But I gotta be real mindful of the power that I know that's within me to observe. So if you're part of group number two, you have hidden motives that you used on anyone and everyone around you to get by. When you reach me, the bridge, this is where the shit stops. If you don't want to shift from that. Because I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch how you get down. I'm going to watch how you get down. Just know when I flip that switch, or I'm going to flip that switch, and you're going to know. It's the age of knowing. And a major shout out to all of the tarot readers that are really here doing what the work that's supposed to be done, because it awakens this posse over here. It's kind of like from the battle to the war, basically. A lot of the tarot readers that started to come up on my feed, they were basically giving me the signal, it's almost time. It's almost time to break the time concept. Okay. This is a message that you would have to hear with your mind's eye, see with your mind's eye, and listen with your soul. Okay. Now, after that sharp moment, it was 4:14, and we've seen 4:14 come up quite a bit. Beenie Man's song comes around, Cloak and Dagger rhythm. Now, Cloak and Dagger, that's basically having a dagger behind a cloak. So this is where now the idea that anything has power over you, and you're doing this and you're doing that. Now, told you I'm gonna go from one thing to the next here. Here's the thing with that, okay? Operating with the concept, because subconsciously, everyone has this cloak and dagger from those that are in power, which is why you're doing the things that you do today that may not be fully in alignment to your spiritual mission. Because your spiritual mission won't even involve the material things that you're seeking. Once you step on that spiritual path, the material things are a byproduct of that. And it's not something that you are necessarily going to work for. It's just the result of it, because it that's the seeds that it gives labor to, that it brings forth. See, the labor that you're doing with the material and the ego way of doing things is taking all of your power away. Okay? Because you're working under time, someone else's time. You know? So there was just so much that was coming in. And the last song that came through was at 4:42, 16:42, Eminem, because I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? When you know your power, you know your power. And when you know your power, you then to you really do, use it wisely. You know what I mean? So it's my loud ass brother. It's a whole Aries if you could hear him in the back. Y'all give me a second. I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna leave y'all with that message and I'll come right back.